Welcome to Imagineers.
Filmmaker and philosopher Jason Silva.
Timothy Leary for the viral video age.
On a mission to get us excited about how technology is shaping the future.
You're taking philosophy and you're making it mainstream.
Many technological optimists, many thinkers, people out of Singularity University who study exponential trends say that eventually the price point of all technology comes down to zero. Gene sequencing now, our progress there is going 3 times faster than Moore's Law. Now it costs less than $1,000 to sequence your genome. It used to cost I don't know how many millions. So as the price points for things come down to zero, more and more, everything that becomes an information technology, whether it's biotech that allows us to make food, print organs, so on and so forth, or nanotechnology makes manufacturing infinitely cheap, then we'll be able to give people most of what they need, right? So if we can give people most of what they need, and you accompany that with social programs like universal basic income, which seems to work pretty well, we can address the grand challenges of humanity. Potentially no more suffering, no more people going hungry, no more people going to bed without a roof over their heads. Once we address these basic needs, which I think we can, how is the human interface going to be working? What are we going to do when we don't have to work to survive? Well, we're going to work out of a vocation, out of a desire to express ourselves. Labor will be labor of love, always. And creativity, I think, will be the greatest differentiator. So I did a video, a shot of awe episode called "To be human is to be transhuman."
So there's a great line by Shakespeare in which he says, "We know what we are, we know not what we may be." And in the age
what I was trying to do is extend the definition of humanness, because we have this idea that human, natural, technology, unnatural. First of all, it's all made of atoms, okay? So it's all natural. It's all allowed by the laws of physics, so it's all natural. And in fact, if you want to define what it is to be human, humans are a tool-making animal. Humans have been in a symbiotic relationship with our tools since we started making stone tools 100,000 years ago. Guess what? When we started making stone tools, our jaws shrank. And then when we discovered fire, that was an external stomach that pre-digested our food, that allowed us to make every meal more efficient because we could cook meat. So technology is us. It's just a smarter way for the evolutionary paradigm and natural selection to play out. There's more mind activity happening. So it happens faster. The innovation is not through trial and error forever, for a million years. It just happens in exponentially faster increments. The innovation can be rehearsed and pre-imagined and played out virtually before it's built, saving resources and energy in the process and accelerating the speed of evolution. For 5,000 years, for 10,000 years, 20,000 years, we only moved at 5 miles per hour. Then a couple hundred years ago, the steam engine, right? Then the car. And then the airplane. And the airplane in 100 years has made the average speed of 500 miles per hour that most of us move around in. So to be human is to be transhuman.
poetry, potential to literally transform what it means to be human. Human beings as conscious, a part of the brain that is responsible for our self-editing, our sense of self-consciousness.
I'm interested in flow states. I'm a bliss junkie, all right? But as my friend Jamie Wheel says, if you really want to improve the human condition, you don't get hooked on the state. Instead, you raise the stage, right? You realize that the self is shaped by the feedback loops of self and world, right? And so you create a better environment. You create a better wallpaper. You create better feedback loops to engineer better subjectivities. See, ultimately, what I'm interested in engaging and refining is the very nature of subjective experience, phenomenology, like consciousness. I want to refine consciousness. That's why mind-altering chemicals, psychedelics, cannabis potentially, is just as interesting to me as the ways in which we might create, nanotechnology or virtual reality games that will take our body mind to new aesthetic places and spaces. See, I love cinema for the very same reason that I'm fascinated by MDMA being given to people with post-traumatic stress disorder. I'm interested in the way that we mediate subjectivity with a video camera, with art, with music, with song, or with pharmacology. All these things are fascinating to me because all these things engage subjectivity, which is the real name of the game. The only thing that actually matters is subjectivity, our interior world.